Gentlemen, today we are trying cheap versus expensive steak. First, we're going to be starting off with a regular pub feed, just a nice Scotch fillet, it'd be around $50. Then we're moving on to a restaurant that specializes in steak. And then we're finishing off with the rarest steak in the world. I'm going to be ranking each steak on two things. Firstly, the steak by itself, and secondly, the value for money for the entire plate. That includes any sides that might come with it. That being said, let's go to the pub.
All right, so the first steak we're having is at the Junction. It's just off of Anzac Highway. The starter steak that we're getting, we're tucking into a Scotch fillet. It's $49. It's the most run-of-the-mill sort of pub feed that you can get. Normal price, normal steak. We'll see how it goes. And the Scotch fillet has arrived. Now, right off the bat, I don't love it when they put it on top of the chips and the salad and this and that. I like to be able to just tuck straight into it without having to worry about projectiles flying around. With that being said, let's tuck into it and see if it's come out rare the way I ordered.
Set to run 2,000 metres.
Oh, it's a bit tough. That looks fantastic. That looks great. It's maybe a little bit medium rare, but that's pretty damn good. I'm not mad about that one bit. Let's give it a taste test, shall we? Oh, it is very... That's great. That's a good steak. Good seasoning. Cooked well. That's good. It's a bit tough though. It's obviously not a great cut of meat. Tastes good though. Yeah, I mean, you look at that. That is impossible to cut through. The whole way through. It's all like that. Alright, so in terms of this Scotch fillet from the Function, $49, my only reserve is it is really quite tough. But it was cooked pretty much exactly how I wanted it. It tasted really good. And in terms of value for money, it's pretty much a normally priced steak at $49. Came with heaps of chips. Obviously the salad's not my forte, but the steak did taste really nice. I think overall, if I had to score this, I'd give it an 8 on value for money, and I'd give the actual steak itself maybe a 6.8. Only because it was very tough. Now let's head on to the next restaurant and see if we can get an upgrade on this one. This place is flashy as fuck. It's packed and I'm right in the middle of the restaurant. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to record this. All right, we're here at Meat and Wine Co. It's packed in here. I'm right in the middle of the restaurant. This is very awkward, but I've ordered the 300 gram Wagyu ribeye. It's cost me $135. We'll see how it goes. Now, immediately this place is very nice. Great atmosphere, music, dimly lit. It's probably gas for a date night. And our food has arrived. Got some mashed potato. This is so awkward. With the ribeye, I think it's 200 grams. I think might be 300 grams. Wagyu medium they recommended, so I got it medium. I mean, right off the bat, this is so easy to cut into. Looks medium to me. I don't think I've ever had Wagyu, so let's give it a shot. You know what? That mash is banging. That is amazing mashed potato. The steak is cooked really well. It's really juicy, but not a whole lot of flavor. It does just taste like steak, which I love. I do love, but compared to the cheaper steak, I mean, I think it was just salt and pepper they put on there. but it was noticeably more exciting on the palate. Now, one thing to note is this is night and day difference in terms of how tender it is compared to the $49 steak. Mind you, I'm paying, 3 times as much almost, so it makes sense. And just like that, we're done. Now, overall, full transparency, I don't feel right saying this, the steak wasn't that good for what I expected. Now, the whole meal altogether, in terms of value for money, I would have to give that maybe honestly a 7, maybe the same as the pub feed, because that mashed potato was fucking amazing. As for the steak itself, it was cooked really well, super tender, just like a little bit of flavor. It was a good steak though. Honestly, I'll give it a 7 as well, I think. This one was a 7 too, because it was actually edible. Now, we're trying the rarest steak in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's not in the world. I know it's in Australia. Someone said that once. We're trying some A5 Kobe Wagyu. Kobe. We're at Seafire on the Marina. This place seems to have a massive variety of really expensive steaks, including the Kobe A5, which I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure is meant to be the most expensive, or not most expensive, the rarest steak in the world because of a certain grade or, whatever it is. To get a steak like this certified as an A5 Kobe, they have to go through a massive process. People come out to the farms before the cows are even butchered, I'm pretty sure. Now, this thing is expensive. It's $175 per 100 grams. I'm going to get 200 grams, so $350. Some nice complimentary bread to start. Value for money. Here it is. I got 300 grams. This is like $500. 3, 2, 1.
I'll let you say hello. I'll be back.
Actually working well.
That is unreal. Fuck. Try some mash. This is gas, bro. This is fucking gas. It's gas, bro.
It's already.
Nah, bro. I feel like I need to eat this so slow, but it's so good. I want to stuff it down, to be honest. And even the mash is amazing. And the bread before. This is a fantastic place.
This is a dry aged T-bone. It's on display in the middle fridge. So if you're interested at all, feel free to go and have a look, and you'll see that they are lovely.
I literally don't ever want to stop eating this. I want to eat this just forever. Oh, it's so fucking good. The only thing I would have changed is that I wish it didn't have to end. I wish there was more. I wish I'd spend the whole bank account on this meal. Now, to be fair, I don't know how much it's going to cost me just yet, but I think that it's going to be something like $5.50. So if you haven't already, this video has cost me like $800. Like the video, subscribe, and comment. Do all 3. Now then, the verdict. What do I score that thing? Now, I think this goes without saying. As a steak, you could tell, but that thing was a 10 out of 10. That was far and away the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. As for value for money, very expensive. Why the fuck does the camera look like that? I'm gonna say, if you like steak, I think that is a 10 out of 10 value for money to try at least once in your life. That is literally not the best steak I've ever had. That's the best food I've ever eaten in my entire... I felt honestly sad when I had to finish it. I thought, can't I just have some more? I think that's a once in a lifetime food, or twice or 3 times. I might even go back, you know what I mean? However, if you haven't tried it, I think it's a 10 out of 10. As for a regular meal, outside of the experience of having it and saying you've had it, probably a 1. But that doesn't matter. Right, lads, there we have it. Final scores. In terms of the steak itself, obviously, well, fortunately, I should say, the most expensive steak was comfortably the winner. That's, I mean, 11 out of 10. 12 out, it's the best thing I've ever eaten. In terms of value, I mean, like I said, if you're gonna have it a couple times, or if you're not having it for the novelty of it, then it's a 1 or a 0 even. But in terms of the experience, it's 10 out of 10. Generally speaking, if you were just gonna go out for a regular meal, then I would say the pub is probably the best place to do it. Now, like I said, this video cost me something like 800 bucks to do. So if you haven't already, please like, please subscribe, and please comment. I appreciate you watching. See you guys next time.